Okay, I think that's good. I'm still setting up a few things, but we got a 10-minute period, so it's okay. We're doing what we can. Need that suspenseful music. It's horror day today. Alright, I gotta turn off the fan. The real horror is sounding like someone's breathing down into the microphone. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing terrifying going on over here. Why do I hear JoJo piano? Shh. Don't worry about it. I figure we need something more in line with what we're about to play, rather than my usual goofy jazz music. Anyways, man, it's good to see you. How you doing? Having a good night? Or are you spooktacular? A sleep-deprived night. Oh, that sucks. Well, maybe some nightmare fuel will help. Wait. Anyways, if you get too sleepy, make sure you try and get some sleep, yeah? It's good to see you regardless. Uh, there, I think. I think that's good. Nice. So what do you think of this intro screen? I snagged the one of the death screens from Uninvited, the Lady Southern Belle ghost that rips you apart if you try and interact with her. She's kind of rude, you know. Hey PKCG, good to see you, buddy. Are you here to help me survive, or are you here to die with all the rest? Anyways, I hope you're having a nice evening. Getting into the horror spirit over here, as you may be able to tell. Oh, you can die as well. Okay, well, I'll see you right there. We can die together. Oh, you had a terrible day. Well, if you want to talk about it, I'm here. And, you know, everyone else, but I'm here. My day was quite okay, so I can take it. Interesting. My, stream didn't show up on the Gamer Consortium. Oh, there it is. It's just... it doesn't have me, embedded. embedded for some reason. Weird. Well, it doesn't really matter. My picture's kind of ugly. Sometimes, though, it's just like... The way I look at it is you can't always have a good day. You also can't always have a terrible day, so... Hopefully, either tomorrow or sometime this week, it'll even out and you'll have a bit of a better day. Fingers crossed for you, buddy. Pal? Buddy pal? Let's see, we are 6 minutes in, so we'll give it a few more minutes. I guess this music doesn't really work considering I'm my usual upbeat self. Yay. Yay, horror music. I love it. Woo! Oh well. Well, why not? Maybe it will help a bit. So I had a meeting scheduled by my potential PhD promoter with some guys about some project. Okay. Though we would just be talking about stuff, but it turned out to be more like a job interview. Okay. Interesting. Wonder why I went that direction. Sorry. I just thought, like, it's kind of funny with the whole, like, the horror music in the background. Me being a bit upbeat. And it was like, let's talk in the chat about a terrible day. It's just... nothing fits together. Those guys were not even university related and asked me about stuff I didn't use in, like, 4 years. Why? That's messed up. That doesn't make any sense. Excuse me. My usual yawning. Hello, Ianic. It's good to see you, pal. How's your evening going? I'm so happy everyone's greeted with this, like, terrifying pixelated ghost lady face. Not great, huh? Well, I guess it's just one of those days, huh? Hey, Eddie. Nice to see you, buddy. PKCG, I don't know. That was messed up. So I basically had to answer with, well, I don't know, most of the time. Okay. I'm doing shit. Why are you all doing shit? God. Jace. Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear you all feeling down. I hope, okay, Yeti's okay. I hope you, PKCG, and I hope you and Nick will have, a bit of a bright spot if you're playing this game tonight, you know? I hope things will be better soon, and I hope you cheer up a little bit. Something I have to tell myself every day, because I'm a very anxious sort, and very often I feel like the world is coming down on my shoulders, or just crushing me under its weight, right? I have to tell myself that no matter what's happening, no matter how big something feels at the moment, how crushing it can be, that it's just another day. Like, it's not actually gonna ruin anything. Nothing's really happening. You know, like, and yeah, like even something small, like having a candy bar, just something to get your spirits back up, you know? It's not the end of the world. I know that's a very general kind of advice, but again, it's something I gotta tell myself pretty often, probably every day. I very easily get stuck in a negative loop, like, just a very self-conscious person, I guess. So, I think it's important to, one thing, always, at least like once a week, give something nice to yourself. Like, it doesn't have to be something big. It could be just have that extra nice cup of coffee you like, tea maybe. Buy that drink that you really like that you haven't had in a while. Maybe order some food you don't usually eat, something really nice. Because we all deserve something to raise our spirits a bit every now and again. That's my advice, if you want it. At least that's what I do. Anyways, it's been about 11 minutes. So how about we cut to my creepy music, and we'll just hop on into the game's actual creepy music. And we'll switch over to the game screen. A useless motivational speech. Well, I hope... I mean, I guess it's useless. That is also my name, so I can never tell if you mean it's a useless speech or if it's just a useless, as in the character's motivational speech. But no, like, I just know what it's like to have a really shitty fucking day. And I hate that you have to have one. You too, Yannick. So yeah, I hope you guys cheer up a bit. So anywho, this is Evil Within 2. The Evil Within 2. I played ahead a bit to about chapter 3, which is basically right after the tutorial, to see how the game was, and it's pretty fucking awesome, in my opinion. So we're gonna have some fun with this. It's also scary. There's quite a few times when I was trying to predict what happens. I always mean it as comedies as well. Thank you too. It's always nice. Anyways, so yeah, like I can usually predict what's gonna happen in horror games and stuff like that, but this one managed to catch me a few times, so I'm looking forward to this. As you can see, I removed my save data, so we're starting fresh. So let's do it. I've changed to FOV a bit, so hopefully it will look a little. It'll be a little easier on the eyes than the first game. Oh, and hang on a sec. I gotta make sure I can see my Streamlabs events in case someone follows or some such. There we go. Very good. When I tried it, it didn't crash, but then again, I wasn't streaming, so who knows. Oh, one heads up. They have new voice actors for the crew, especially Sebastian. I left it on English voices, even though there was actually a multitude of different voice languages. I thought maybe Japanese, but nah, we got enough Japanese games coming, so... Akumu is a harder difficulty. As far as I understand, it makes the AI a lot smarter. There's a few different changes in it, and it's actually one difficulty above Akumu. Akumu, perhaps. I'm not sure. We're gonna be playing on survival, though, because this game's fairly hard, and I'm pretty bad at it. So yeah. Really recommend for players who... I think this is difficult enough, though. Interesting. Well, we'll do survival. And we're not gonna have any aim assist. Which means I'm gonna miss a lot of shots, but that's life. We found this newspaper in the first game. Home engulfed in flames, tragic fire kills child and nanny. In the first game, you unlocked Akumu by beating the game. Hey, why you always say I'm cheating, man? I don't get it. Aw. It's a nice drawing, though. Chapter 1, Into the Flame. No, this is not happening. As you can tell, we do have a new voice actor. I hope the FOV looks okay to you guys. As you can see, the game is more zoomed out in general, so it should be easier to see what's happening. Oh god, Lily! Yeah, everyone's having a shit day, including Sebastian, apparently. Damn it! I didn't see the motion blur. I can look real quick.
I'm here. Where are you?
I did disable the film grain. Hang on, small child. I did disable the film grain. I increased the field of view from like 60 to 80. Hope that looks okay. I don't want to go too high. Yeah, sure. Motion blur. Well, I guess high. So there we go. Hopefully that's good. Everything's on medium. What is this? Leave shadows on medium just in case it lags out.
Oh God.
There you go. No more motion blur. Someone didn't install that man's sliding glass window with safety glass. How dangerous. Hey, Dowlon. It's good to see you, man. Always happy to see you. How's your evening going? Well, actually, it's not evening over there. It's like afternoon, isn't it? I'm coming, Lily.
I'm coming, Lily.
It's noon even. Okay.
Hold on.
Well, good morning, sir. Hope you don't mind me sending a message on Twitch like, I'm streaming now.
I'm here, Lily. I'm here.
Fire hot. So they switched the controls, which kind of buggered me. Normally you would push R2 or the RT to crouch, but now it's RB or R1. And aiming and shooting is also switched, so it took me some time to get used to it.
Lily? Come on out.
Basically, they swapped R1 with R2 and
Where
L1
are
with
you?
L2. It's
I'm
strange.
Here. Dad's here.
You weren't here for me, Dad.
It's going well so far, and it's okay. Nice. I'm here now.
Lily! No!
You didn't save me.
It's pretty normal. This is the Chris Redfield opening, I guess, in Resident Evil 6. They'd be good friends, I think. Sebastian and Chris. I wear the same green, too. Look, it's Kidman. Remember when she left before we woke up in the first game?
Hello, Sebastian. It's been a long time.
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
And you thought you'd find me at the bottom of
Just
an
don't
empty
have
bottle.
kids. Yeah. Good
that it?
advice.
And why are you here now, damn it?
You didn't find me because they didn't want you to. Calm down, Sebastian.
You knew what was gonna happen in that hospital, didn't you?
What happened at Beacon is in the past. You need to forget it.
You sound just like that psychologist the Force shoved down my throat. But he didn't have answers.
I like the guy in the back playing darts. He doesn't care about what's happening.
You're gonna tell me.
Hello, blah blah 1985. Good to see you, pal. Hope you're having a good evening.
I'm here because of this.
You stole my photo from my dream that burned. Wait.
Where did you get this?
Jesus,
Lily's
man.
still alive.
Lily is dead! I read the police report! I was at her funeral!
We can rewrite history if we want to. Staging a death is child's play. Why would I come out of the shadows just to lie to you?
I have some answers for some
Lily is
questions
alive.
after this,
She's
if
with
you're not sure
us.
what's happening.
But she's in danger.
Yeah, right?
need you
That
to
lot,
help
I
save
saw the
her.
rifling in there. That was impressive.
Save her? What have you done to her? Get your hands off me!
How did you inject that and pull it away at the same time?
You'd come willingly, Sebastian. But we don't have time for this bullshit.
Just like Chris Redfield.
We need you. Lily needs you.
Alright, deaths +1. Again.
Sebastian? You're awake. Good.
Yeah. Great.
I can look around.
Where are we?
I don't want to look at you. Nope, I don't want to look at you.
You're in one of our facilities.
So this is the almighty
That's a
Mobius.
veiny arm if I ever saw one.
Careful about what you say. You don't know how powerful they are.
Right. So powerful.
Ah,
that
you're
Apple
awake.
washed
No!
up that
Skyrim!
to help them.
At least your
Sebastian
capital
is
system
pouting.
still intact.
I don't want
Enough of this bullshit. Where's Lily?
to.
Patience. All your answers
What a nice
are
ceiling.
right here.
Oh no. They built a new one.
Beacon Mental Hospital incident was an unfortunate setback. But we used the knowledge gained to build a new
Who's talking?
and vastly improved STEM system.
What does this have to do with my daughter?
Imagine it. Millions of minds connected together. Happiness for one is happiness for all.
This is some Deus Ex shit. Shit?
This machine, this
Shit.
miracle, will allow our species to achieve greatness.
Oh god, the metaverse. No!
We needed to
No!
start with a
No!
mind that
No!
was pure
Don't even go
and
there.
clean enough to support thousands
That,
of personalities.
Crypto aisle.
The
Ugh.
mind of an innocent child.
You connected Lily to that machine?
Your daughter,
Is this the prequel to The Matrix? Yes.
the most stable core candidate ever tested. Thanks to her,
Mr.
the
Anderson.
new STEM has been a smashing success.
Crypto Island stuff is ridiculous. Did you see that?
Till recently.
Did you see that Twitter comment? Like, oh, mental
over a
immaturity
week
is
ago,
enough. That's the age of consent in
Lily
Crypto
vanished.
Island. It's fucking gross.
Just stop sending signals. Then the STEM environment began to collapse. We thought it was just a technical glitch, an easy fix, so we sent a team of Mobius agents inside. But then we lost contact with them, and STEM went dark.
Think about this, Mr. Castellanos.
Mr. Anderson.
I am providing you an opportunity.
So yeah, the story is much more
Not only to
straightforward,
see
which is
your
good,
daughter again,
because it was very convoluted
to
in the
save
first
her
one.
life. Something you thought you failed to do before. You can save her, or let her die. It's your choice.
Yes, that's why we forced you here, to make it a choice. Ruling my eyes in real life. Oh, back in we go.
Good luck, Sebastian. And please, try to cooperate with any
Try to
team members
relax.
you might find in there. I know you don't trust us, but they have the same goals as
The
you.
ECG let her die. Game over. We don't even know she's alive, honestly.
By myself.
Just remember to call me the moment you find Lily, so that we can begin the extraction process. I'll be out here for you. And someone else will be in there for you. Are you ready? Be careful in there, Sebastian. We're counting on you.
Awkward.
STEM entry in 3, 2, 1.
How is he actually connected to that thing? I didn't see any cables into the thing. Weird. I had a nightmare like this once. True story. Evil Within 2 title drop all. So yeah, you might be wondering what the fuck is going on. It's all Wi-Fi 5G. It probably is. Is the game too loud, by the way? Just let me know. I can turn down the volume a bit. Alright, so for those of you who didn't get the story of the first one, because it is convoluted as fuck, or didn't see the ending, which I don't blame you for, the whole time, Sebastian and company was hooked up to this machine, right? They were sitting in kind of like bathtub-like vats, hooked up to it. Eventually they managed to get out, and very briefly Kidman showed herself having been some kind of agent for a different like organization or something, and it turns out, if you pay attention, that that organization is called Mobius. You find one of Mobius's lab coats
Where am I?
at the end of the game. Right before the end of the game. And now, finally, she approached us again after 3 years. We got out of that machine in the mental hospital. And she tells us our daughter, that we know is dead, is still alive.
Dad, help me!
I'm coming, Lily.
And apparently they use her in this machine for some reason.
It's hard to accept, Lyra, but she's gone. Our little girl is gone.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
Oh.
What the hell is this place?
Detective, we've got a call.
I know this music. Let's blind the audience. So Mobius took that machine that everyone was hooked into and now have made a better, newer version, supposedly. That's what we're hooked into right now.
What the?
Hello? Sebastian, are you there?
Kidman? What?
Snap out of it, Sebastian. You've made it in safely. How are you feeling?
Terrible. Like the worst hangover ever.
Don't worry. It will pass once your mind has adjusted. You're in an area separate from the main system right now. That's how we're able to maintain communication with you. This construct is called your room. It's a safe zone that was formed from your own memories.
My memories, huh? If that's the case, then where
Kidman, how did you
my
get inside that
wife is
small phone?
This place looks like my old
Sebastian's a
office,
fucking
Princess
idiot.
PD.
It was your self-conscious that built it. You should ask yourself that question. Let's get down to business. We sent some information into your room. Do you see anything unfamiliar?
Well, yeah, like this thing.
There are photos of a bunch of Mobius agents here. Your lost team, I assume.
That's them. Let us know if you locate any of them. You're our only line of communication into STEM. They're stuck in Union and searching for Lily too.
Union?
This STEM environment was designed to look and feel like a small town called Union.
Great. So your experts need rescuing too, huh?
If anyone can do it, it's you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, but I'm only here to find Lily.
There's more info there. You should check it out before you go.
So yeah, Sebastian is much more vocal, and there's a lot more exposition than in the first game. So it's more straightforward, which works out pretty well.
Union, huh? Looks like any town USA.
It was designed that way to keep the test subjects calm and relaxed.
Calm and relaxed. The exact opposite of Beacon.
What happened at Beacon was beyond our control.
It doesn't seem like you've got much control this time either.
Burn!
Look, I don't know what you're going to encounter in there. If you need information, I'd suggest you try talking to some of the locals.
Yeah.
You know, canvass the area. Just like you taught me back at KCPD.
You were never a real detective, Kidman.
Burn!
You're not a detective anymore.
Oh, counter burn.
Let's try to do some detecting anyway, okay?
It's a good one. Alright, let's look at these.
Hoffman. Psychology and surveillance. This one could be cagey.
No combat skills, though. I'm sure that's fine.
Sykes. A tech, but at least he has some small arms training.
Let's talk to our friend Mr. Safehead. I mean, he is probably the safest person in the game. Wink, wink.
O'Neill. They must not have been expecting trouble if they sent in all these technicians.
Liam, huh? Equipment fabrication.
Harrison. Combat specialist, huh? Hopefully he can take care of himself.
Okay. So at least one person knows combat properly.
Baker.
Oh, make that two.
Team leader. He's the guy I should try to find first.
Well, we have our objectives. Find the Mobius team. The 5 people that are missing. And of course, also Lily. We can probably go around and talk to the locals. Hey, this thing burned down.
Lily drew this picture of me. It was burned up along with everything else in the house.
Well, it's in your memory now.
My first commendation. Feels like another lifetime. I guess because it was.
Yeah. You know, he's got a fairly modern computer and all that, which feels a little different from the first game where everything felt so old. I guess because of the way it took place in basically Ruvik's past. Oh my god, is that a cat?
A cat? I don't ever remember owning a cat.
Oh, kitty! Oh my god, you're so cute. My god, I want that cat.
Slide projector. Where did my memory dig this up? Elementary school?
It seems a bit bloody. A relic from a pre-phone camera era. These are found mostly in old people's attics and estate sales. They can be viewed using the slide projector in Sebastian's room. I can't pet the cat. Very sad. Oh, it's so damn cute. It's so adorable. But I can't use the projector. Thanks, kitty. Oh. Let's change slide. Aw.
Kidman, you there?
Always.
Who took the
You
picture?
wouldn't have told me about Lily if your damn machine didn't go on the fritz. I would have spent the rest of my life mourning her and you wouldn't have cared.
I cared, but I couldn't say anything. They would have killed me.
This is the moment before Myra killed Lily. Pushed her off the
To
sling.
manipulate me.
The swing, rather.
To get me to perform like a good little soldier. You've lied to me before. Our whole friendship was
0 out of 10
built on a
cannot
lie.
pet the cat. I
Okay,
recommend.
I
Oh.
get it. And I don't blame you for feeling that way.
You'll never know how I feel until you've lost your family.
I never had a family to lose. Just 2 people who brought me into this world and treated me like a burden instead of a daughter.
Better to have loved and lost? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe. At least you had people who cared about you.
Point taken.
Oh, that's all the slides we have. Oh, cat, you left a present for me. You're the best cat ever. It's gross, and it usually comes from dead enemies, but if you collect it, you can use it to obtain increased abilities. Brain juice, it's back.
Thanks, kitty.
Aww. Thanks so much, kitty. You're the best. Oh, you're here too, I see.
Just like Beacon. Should be a way out.
So we don't save...
We just make regular doors.
We don't save by checking in at the mental hospital. Instead, we have these. Save terminals can be used to save your progress at any time. They can be found in safe houses and in Sebastian's room. Which makes a whole lot more sense, because you're hooking up to Mobius using the radio thing. There's more, but it's blocked off for now. And yeah, I think that's about it for our office. Can I have that coffee? It's empty. Lame. Alright, let's go.
Here we go again. Into the looking glass.
I'm sure it's safe. Yeah, we do have some loading screens in this one. There's a reason why, though.
Oh no.
Rip.
Lily, what's wrong?
My doll's head is broke.
It's okay. Mom can fix it for you. She can fix anything.
I'm really lazy. Mom will do it for you. Oh, thanks, Dad. I'm gonna sit here and watch you work. I ain't doing shit, Dad. Basically. Oh, my head.
Sebastian? What's wrong? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
I've got a wonderful family. An amazingly smart and beautiful wife.
And I'm really sweaty.
Why wouldn't I be alright? Come here, Myra.
You've been working too hard. It's making you delirious.
Yeah, you know.
Are you sure you're not coming down with something?
Of course he's not a great guy. He's a fucking detective. They're never great guys. Oh shit. And that medium shadow looks ugly. Well, here we are again.
Is this the right place?
Well, there's nowhere else to go.
What the?
Like, this is kind of what I mean about this game's kind of creepy environment. There's something about it. They just did a really good job. It's more subtle than the first game, where it's like, oh, it's blood and terrible and scary. But here it's like, it's more mindfucky than the first game. I kind of dig it. This isn't Union, though. That much is true. Psychological horror rather than just horror. Oh. 102, huh? If only I knew where that door was. Oh, how convenient. Whoa. That's that 2026. And instead of having a stupid lantern, we actually have a legit flashlight. Which somehow turns with him. Not sure how that works. But we have a flashlight. I know that painting. It's made by the famous, yeah. Yeah. Famous, yeah. Enzio Lorenzo, yes, that guy.
What the hell?
Oh. I don't think this is Union.
That's one of the search team. Baker.
Baker's the team leader, so, that ain't good. Well, some creepy guy is setting this up. Why is he stuck in, like... Why is he stuck in a time loop like that? I wouldn't put my hand in that if I was him.
Whoa.
Holy shit, that wall, though. That is a creepy wall.
The team leader. One bullet. Straight through the head.
Damn. That's quite the exit wound. Alright, so we got some kind of weird sick psychopath on the loose, clearly. can't melee attack yet. Uh-huh. I upped the gamma a lot. I upped the gamma a lot so it would be easier to see, because normally this game is super dark. Which makes it all the more creepy. This... Oh, okay. Well, I don't want to go the right way yet. Yeah, clearly some freak work here.
Sadistic. Whoever did this must have enjoyed it.
It was frozen in time when I found him. This must have been taken by the camera right by him. But how is this even possible? Well, it is inside Mobius, so... There's a nice picture. Nothing on the back. This just leads back around. Somehow. Wish I had this technology in Pokemon Snap. Do you tend to shoot your Pokemon in the head? Asking for a friend.
Someone tried to block the way out. Or in?
Well, define shoot. With a camera. It's a picture shoot, yeah? Blastoise takes no prisoners. Hydro pump. I'm dying, Squirtle. Alright, well, I'm just about ready to leave this place, so I'll just take the exit. Yeah, it's not that easy. It's raining. Indoors? Okay. Hello, room service? Oh man, I think I'm bleeding. Mr. Mime the Squirtle, 2001.
Hello?
Yes. Hey, this guy liked my joke.
Shit. Who was that?
He liked my joke. Hey, can I, Oh, I guess not. Well, it's funneling me up the stairs. Hiding any brain juice here? Nope. There's some messed up stuff with the camera sometimes when you're engaged in battle later on that I will explain what happens. It just kind of turns the camera 180 really fast and it's weird. 2. Applicant SV. Congratulations, Truth Seeker. Thank you for taking our spiritual acuity test. We're pleased to welcome you to the next level of knowledge. Damn, I did it. I'm like level 2 in knowledge, bruh. Please report to the nearest Moo Center with Moo? With this letter to ascend from probationary applicant to the position of Moo Disciple. This letter guarantees you to an exalted position at the next cleansing ceremony. That sounds bad. Well, to be fair, I think you need 2 intelligence to fall for this shit. Lies! All lies! And it looks to be some kind of symbol there. Some kind of, stake through, like a diamond eye with nails through it. It's weird. Okay. Apparently we're in some hotel. Grand. Perhaps the Grand Hotel. in Union, I assume. Can we find some of the locals to talk to? What's happening? This looks safe. Oh, can't sit in it. Lame. Yeah, this is normal. Cool that they play D&D in this alternate reality, but they take leveling up a bit serious. A little bit. I think we found our killer. Oh shit.
What was that? Shit.
Welcome to the cover mechanic. It works as you'd expect cover to. I love multi-classes though, come on. Alright, he's out of here.
Who the hell was that?
Well, yeah, I think we found our killer. Looks like this is what happens when he snaps pictures.
Just like the search team member.
So he kills people and take pictures at the very instant of their death. He likes to do it with very flashy results, it looks like. Yeah, this is normal. Can I fall? No. Damn.
I gotta find a way out of here.
Understatement. Yeah, thanks for sending me into this, Kidman. Oh. Hello? Oh, a telephone. You know, this part of the hotel is looking significantly worse. I hear footsteps. Ah yes, I remember when I took that picture. It was a really bad day at the dentist. I don't think this part is open to the public. What? What do you mean? It looks so, Hello? I was gonna say it looks so safe. It's our killer man. Hey you! I want to talk to you about that killing you did. And he's fast. You're under arrest for the murder of 2 people. Sir, stop! This is normal. What in the flying fuck? What a monstrosity. Rebirth is the name of this, art? Cool. And that clock is making... Hello? Seems safe. I can't go through there. Fine, I'll go back. Oh. Oh, there's the door. An elevator. Remember what you said about elevators in the first game? Too bad, I guess. See? No problem. This elevator ride is perfect. I feel like we've gone into Silent Hill. Oh no! This is breaking and entering. Ah. Yes. This is good. Pardon me. Yeah, move out of the way. Oh, well, that was easy.
Shit.
What is that? Oh. It's a nice mirror.
What the hell?
Oh! Yeah, that's bad.
Fuck.
I gotcha, PK. Told you the game's scary. Woo. That'll stop her.
Shit. I'm trapped in here. Or maybe not.
If I were playing this now, I would stop. Yeah, the game's terrifying, man.
God damn it. What the hell is that thing?
Don't worry, we're safe up here. Hey, it's a rat. How cute. I stand corrected. I think after 3 years, though, Dalmon, you gotta give him some credit that, you know, it's been a while. He's a bit rusty. Besides, I think I would still be...
I don't hear it.
I would still be kind of upset seeing horrible monsters, no matter how many times I saw it. Then again, I have become kind of numb to it recently. Oh shit.
Gotta be kidding me.
Yo, help me, sir. Give me something to help me. Oh, thanks. Ow. Oh, now's my chance. Yeah, I think you're on the money there. Blah blah. I mean, considering how terrifying that would be.
What the fuck is going on here?
Well, I got a knife now. But I am quite hurt after that. So yeah, just like in the first game, you can automatically heal. Up to a certain point. It's... Health in this is, It's a lot less than you think it is. At this point, I'm pretty sure anything would still one-shot me, unless I'm really lucky. But at least we can move around and still run. Aren't we all monsters? Blah blah. Said the Yeti. I'm just a useless guy. The origin of the medication in these portable syringes is unknown, but they provide moderate health restoration. Indeed they do. Pop. Alright. What loot awaits us in here? A journal in an abandoned house. The handwriting in this journal is neat and precise. The final entry reads as follows. Just got the call. Now I know the reason for all the weird shit that's been happening the last few days. It's the worst possible scenario, but at least I don't have to pretend anymore. The things I've seen, they've all changed. It's too late to save them. It's time to put my training to practice. May God have mercy on their souls. And mine. Oh, so the people are changing, are they? I hope they're not changing into horrible bio-monsters. That's some bad news for me. Oh, well, what do you know?
Where were you when I needed you?
And it's not a revolver this time.
Maybe this is the right place.
No, Yeti, I'm an airplane, and if you don't believe me, you can get out. Don't get out in mid-flight.
I hope you're here.
And funnily enough, we gained this as a file now, which is interesting. Aww. She liked drawing those butterflies, huh? This photo. I thought this was lost in the fire forever. I remember when we took this. Lily's breath smelled like cotton candy. Why do you remember that? Myra never looked more beautiful.
What did I get myself into?
That's a good question, my man.
Kidman?
Sebastian, where have you been? We lost you.
I don't know. But it sure as hell wasn't a quaint little town. There's something bad happening in here, Kidman. Baker is dead. There's a killer running around in here, doing things that are... It's like Beacon all over again. What the fuck did you just send me into?
Again, good question.
I don't know. We're in the dark out here. Baker was the team leader. If he's dead,
Is that a herb?
that doesn't bode well for the rest of them.
That's a herb.
Keep searching around. The more info you gather, the more I'll be able to help you.
This really is Resident Evil.
Sure.
A naturally occurring plant with medicinal properties. This component can be used to craft useful items. Yeah, we got a crafting system in this game. So, we don't punch enemies in this. Instead, we have a knife. And the knife melee in this is fucking garbage. But at least we have it. Good work on the better version of the machine there, Kidman. Yeah, right? Fucking fail. 6 shots in this gun. Oh no.
Poor son of a bitch. Left here to rot like this.
I bet that smells fantastic. Looking kind of wet there, Mr. Castellanos.
Don't worry, Sebastian. It's just a small, quiet town. Yeah. Too quiet.
Well, the car's lights are on.
Hello? Hey! She had to have heard me. Better check it out.
Let's get naked and check it out. Ah, she left the door open. Leslie? No, not Leslie again. Damn, that's a nice night. 1911. Probably like a $1,000 gun you just stole from someone. Leave it to the American to know his gun culture. Oh.
Gotta eat. Skin and bones. Gotta eat.
Mm.
Clean your plate. You gotta eat.
Mm.
Skin and bones.
Mmm, delicious. Aw.
I said eat!
Mmm, yeah, stuff its face.
There.
I'm doing what's best for you.
Black pistol, that's all I know. This is how my mom used to feed me when I was a small child. Oof. Claire really let herself go. Nice headshot. Good job. She's dead now. Yeah, fuck this, I'm out.
Oh, God.
So they're much faster in this one compared to the first game. They're actually a really big threat. You can't easily outrun them anymore because they run at full speed, and if you run out of stamina, you're basically screwed. The basic enemies even are really, really, really terrifying in this, in terms of how dangerous they are. And yeah, that was my first thought too, Dowlon. I was like, Ouroboros! I've had enough of this bullshit! This face might be, someone might remember, because I sent a picture of this face to a couple of people. Some of you may remember. Blech. Alright. Oh, come on, guys. At least shut off the TV properly. Nice. Feeling good. I like there's so many contextual actions for Sebastian. Like here, how he's really disgusted with the smell. He covered his mouth as he ran by. He does a lot of things like that. Another one I can remember is that when he has to hide in the grass and he gets back up, he starts wiping off his arms from like mud and shit.
Kidman.
That was fast. Did you learn anything new?
Yeah, I did. I learned that it really is like Beacon in here. The people in here are turning into creatures.
Damn it. What the hell happened?
You asking me?
I don't know. But it means that Lily is in more danger than just being lost.
Sebastian,
Save it, Kidman. Leave it to me. I'm gonna find her.
Get down broad. Yellow. Ah. Gunpowder, an explosive mixture of potassium nitrate, sulfur, and charcoal. Used in shells and cartridges. 12 centuries old and still just as effective. This component can be used to craft ammunition and other useful items. We can craft bullets. Not hiding anything back here. Who lit the candle? That's my question. Also, that's a really big flame for a candle. Damn. Nothing else interesting up here, huh? Oh, to close up big cut wounds. Yeah. Alright, well, this house sucks. One of those, methane candles? Yeah. I don't think that's how that works. It's a crate. A great crate. We can smash them with a knife. Sometimes stuff comes out. Very rarely do bullets come out, though. Usually it's crafting reagents like this. Yeah, that candle would melt, like... forever. Melt forever. Melt super fast. Infinitely melt. That's how good that candle is. You can climb a lot more things in this, too. Honestly, this game's start reminds me a lot of The Secret World. And I missed that game, the original. You can still play it. And it's a lot of fun. Much more than the new version, but... you can only play the old version of The Secret World if you actually owned it before they released the Secret World Legends. Sad story. Oh, someone's alive. Looks like Maine for sure. Yeah, they are. Oh my god. Oh no. Hey, I've seen that guy. That looks like one of the techs. Yeah, O'Neill. Help him! Okay. Don't help him.
Mobius members. Some of them are still alive then.
Whoa.
Damn. But those things are everywhere.
This place has really gone to hell.
Need to get in there and squeeze that guy for info.
Yep, enter sneak mode. And we can do the backstabs like in the first game. However, we're gonna be careful, not endanger ourselves here because they are much more dangerous than they were in the first game. And bottles are actually standard part of our arsenal now. We can carry up to 5 of them. They don't replace our melee or anything. We just kind of put them in our backpack or our pockets. I don't know. We grab them. We can also hide in bushes now. When my character's color changes like this, that means, yes, I'm hidden, as it says right there. Stealth has also been improved. You get an indicator to see whether they are about to find you. It looks like an eye searching on top of the screen. Or if they're about to hear you, which looks like little sound waves on top of the screen. So you get an idea of how aware they are to you right now. Not right now, but at any time. Right now, they have no clue where I am. That won't last, though. Notice how he pulled out the knife as he was approaching the, for the backstab. It's a pretty cool touch. You can probably notice it in the next kill here. If I get it. Should pull out the knife around here. Yep. No loot? No.
Shit.
Yeah, that's not gonna make any noise.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, idiot. Ha! That'll stop him.
Alright. Hopefully that'll hold.
You have a dumb face, sir. Apparently that bookshelf was a bit heavy. Nothing? Oh. Nice. Thanks for the shout out to Sean, by the way. Should always shout out to Sean. Alright, O'Neill, let's have a chat.
Don't come any closer! Okay.
Nightbot's having a
calm
field
down.
day.
Don't shoot. I'm not gonna hurt you. See? You can lower your gun. I'm on your side.
You're not Mobius. You might not be one of those things, but that doesn't mean you're
Did you get a
on
good
my
look at his
side.
gun there, Dowlon?
You're right. I don't work for Mobius, but I was sent here by them.
Have you seen what those things out there? What they can do?
Yeah.
Particularly on the left side of it?
Lucky for you, your partner was willing to sacrifice himself so you could escape.
He wasn't my partner. He was just a member of Union security detail.
See if you can get the hint.
Protecting me was his job, and my job is to solve a hardware issue. Dying inside here is above my pay grade. I'm not a soldier. I'm just a technician.
I know.
Stop, or I'll shoot! No!
Can you shoot me, rookie?
A soldier would have taken the safety off. I told you, we're on the same side. Let's try this again. I'm Sebastian Castellanos.
I don't think you can actually see if the safe is off or not, but it seems to kind of hint at it by showing the gun a few times.
I'm O'Neill.
I don't know guns.
Liam O'Neill.
So you're not Mobius, but they sent you in here? Why?
I'm looking for my... I'm trying to restore the core. Just like you are.
Yeah? Good luck with that. I'm done.
Guns go pew
I'm just
pew.
gonna hold
Oh,
out
you're
here until
right.
extraction.
I didn't know that.
They can't extract you. Not until Lily is found.
Who's Lily?
Look, everyone is stuck in here until the core is located. Can you help me out?
If you're asking me to go out there with you, you can forget about it. This is a safe house, so I'm staying safe. Got me? But I may have a lead on the core. I detected some signals nearby that resonate at the core's frequency. We were trying to track them when we got attacked. Here, listen to this. It sounds like a little girl, right?
Quiet.
Shut the fuck up!
Was that her? The core?
I think so. But I've been picking up.
You
all
don't
sorts
recognize
of
the
weird
voice of your
signals
own
on my
daughter?
communicator since we got here. No way to know for sure until you track it to its source.
How do I do that?
Your communicator can pick it up too. Once you're out there, check it. You'll see. You'll probably pick
Can
up
I have
other
your body
signals
armor?
while
It
you're
looks
out
kind of
there.
cool.
It wouldn't hurt to follow them to find out what.
No way. The core first. It's the only way we're getting out of here.
Suit yourself.
Let's pair up our communicators. That way I can
Let's
tell
switch
you if I
phone
find
numbers.
Yeah. Okay. Can't hurt, I guess.
Exchange, I mean. Alright, we can talk about things. And now we're in chapter 3, so this is about as far as I've played.
anything. So you've been stuck in here a week already?
Has it been that long? Damn. Time's a little fluid in here.
Time is
This
distorted
was
in
supposed to
Lord.
be
I
a
mean,
simple in and out
Union.
job. Like home in time for dinner, simple. But this is different than anything I've ever seen before.
What do you mean?
Wonky stuff usually happens when a core goes AWOL, but what's happening is more than that. This place is falling apart at the seams. We use the stable field emitter, but it's not working like it's supposed to.
What's the stable field emitter?
If Mobius sent you in here, shouldn't you know this stuff already?
Do I look like I'm from fucking Mobius?
There were 5 members of your team?
There was a security force already in here to help us. But yeah, there are 5 search team members. Wait, did you just say were?
Got some bad news for you.
Baker. He's dead.
Huh. Doesn't surprise me. He locked onto a powerful signal and went to investigate. I told him we should just request extraction and report our findings, leave the dangerous work to somebody else. But he wouldn't hear of it, being team leader and all. Always had to be the brave one. You ask me, there's a thin line between brave
Wow.
and foolish.
Yeah. There's a thin line between prudent and cowardly, too.
Damn!
Tomato, tomato. I'm not saying I'm glad he's dead. What kind of asshole do you think I am?
I think you're a fucking
I hope
asshole.
the others are okay.
I'll let you know if I find anybody else.
You'd really do that?
Sure.
Thanks. I'd appreciate that.
I need supplies.
It's more dangerous out there than I expected. Any idea where I can get some weapons and supplies?
I tried to tell you about this one signal, but you didn't want to hear it.
Well, I'm all ears now.
I picked something.
Well, you
from
work for
two
Mobius,
Mobius
so
32
probably a
years
massive
we're talking
asshole.
about weapons caches.
No joke.
Maybe you can follow it and get some gear. Maybe they're out there.
Walks hand in hand, I think.
I'll think about it.
Come on, man. I'm all alone in here. I could use some protection.
Maybe if you
condoms?
hadn't let your last guard take the fall for you.
Whatever. I'll mark the signal on your communicator. Follow it or don't follow it. I don't care.
This guy's a real piece of work.
Those things are pretty tough.
So yeah, we have side missions
Takes
too.
a lot of ammo to get them off my back. Do you have anything stronger in here?
Not in here, but you could probably find some out there. This place was designed to be peaceful, but Mobius and firepower go hand in hand.
Do you know where I can find some of this firepower?
It's pretty chaotic out there. You're not going to find a pile of heavy-duty weapons altogether. But I did see something useful next to an abandoned APC just outside. I'll mark its location for you. But be careful.
Says the guy in comet armor. I need safety. Alright, so, cool stuff. So, we get side missions, huh? What's that all about? Well, let me tell you. The Evil Within 2 is actually out of open world. In big chunks, like big areas like this, every chapter as far as I remember. So we got a lot to explore. I can get the Warden crossbow over there. That sounds like a worthwhile goal. Weapon parts. Various useful components that can be used to upgrade weapons at a workbench. Make sure we got lots of these. I got any more in here, buddy? Workbenches can be used to craft ammunition and items with components and upgrade weapons with weapon parts. So yeah, no more do you spend green brain juice to upgrade your weapons. That's solely used for your character's own abilities now, which makes way more sense. For instance, we can go into our pistol here. You can see the usual suspects for upgrading. We have firepower, reload time, ammo capacity. And yeah, it costs weapon parts. 90 for the first level firepower, which we don't have. And I think the others cost more as well. You can also do field crafting, but it consumes more resources. You cannot upgrade weapons that way. Basically, never field craft anything except healing, because I don't think healing actually costs any more. At least not the basic syringes. So yeah. Hey, I know you.
What the? Who was that?
I believe her name was Tatiana from the first game. But what the fuck is she doing here? Back to my room. Okay. Hey, did that, look like... Yeah. Feel like I remember something like that. Ouch. My brain. Hey, those are healing syringes. Nice.
What the hell? Hey, let me out of here.
Detective Castellanos. What a pleasant surprise. Welcome back.
You again? How are you here?
I could ask you the same question. Regardless, it's nice to see a familiar face. Even if that face has seen far too much.
Seriously though, what the fuck are you doing in the new
Tired,
system?
Detective. I can help you get back in shape.
Don't touch me. I had a wife.
Just like before.
So yeah, we can spend our green goo here to upgrade. And there's way more interesting upgrades this time around. We got health, which increases our max health. The threshold of how much we can heal before we stop healing automatically. We can get a skill so we can kind of survive lethal damage. So yeah, there's way more stuff this time around. Athleticism for how much stamina you have, how fast it recovers. And this one is really nice. It gives you a chance to automatically avoid an attack that would have damaged you. I think up to 30% chance, which is pretty cool. But to get to these more powerful abilities now, you need to find and spend red gel to get past these roadblocks. For the early game, I can't get it now, but I'm going to be working on stealth because, for one, we can move faster in stealth, and that's pretty damn neat. And if you spend the red gel, you can get Predator. It's a special ability which allows you to quickly close in on an enemy for a chance to sneak kill them. And I want it. Basically, the more stealth we get, the better off we'll be for saving ammunition. There's also these lockboxes here, but we don't have any keys yet.
I don't understand. This place. It's just like Beacon. But this isn't Beacon. This is Union.
Just like bacon.
It all seems familiar to me. These walls, that chair, you. For me, it's as if nothing has changed at all. How am I ever going to get these nails right if you keep interrupting my manicure?
But you're just sitting there. Alright, fine. So. Thanks. Any news for me, kitty? Say meow. Aw. Alright. Traveling between the mirrors is now a lot faster, so you don't have to sit there for 10 years while it glares into it. Alright, let's leave the safe house. Welcome to your new open world. Sort of.
Okay. Let's see if I can find this signal he mentioned.
So this is how you find new things to do in the open world. You look for a signal, like that one, and then you lock onto it.
We're screwed. There's too many of them. Suck it up, James. We've been through worse than this. And we're better armed this time. Or at least we will be once we raid the supplies. Come on.
That must be the signal O'Neill mentioned. Looks pretty far away. But it's the only lead I've got. God, I hope it's Lily.
We're gonna ignore that one and just go for the side mission stuff. Once you identify them on the communicator, they appear here on the map. And we're gonna make sure we get the Warden crossbow. Yep, just anytime, anytown, USA. Sure feels like home. Ignore the daughter, we have side quests to do. Exactly.
What in the hell? If it keeps breaking apart like this, there won't be any Union to search. I gotta try to find that signal.
Yeah, that looks normal. Oop. That looks normal to me. Right. I've got another signal. Replacement parts, huh? Might as well. Sure, we'll reload this baby. There's a lot of events out in the open world, by the way, so it's never gonna be too boring. But another signal. Ah, the warden crossbow. I'm close enough to it now. Well, that area looks a little bit hot, so... Well, we can grab these items. Anything cool in here? Nice, gunpowder. Why did someone throw that away? This sinkholes happen all the time. Yeah, but... Grab that. Really want that sneaking speed increase. This guy has a hand axe. That could be useful. In the chest, huh? I'll take that. When acquired, a hand axe temporarily replaces the survival knife in combat. It can instantly kill some enemies, but it will break after a single use. Hand axes can be found around Union or taken from enemies. So yeah, even the side weapons work a bit better. And they only break when you hit an enemy. Hitting objects and stuff like that doesn't count. Also, I found out from my test play, a small block-type fuse from an electric junction box. It cannot, unfortunately, be used to repair broken fuse boxes. Sad face. I was saying something about the axe, I don't remember. Flies, gross. Looks like I can't. Well, actually, I might be able to go around. Can I jump over that? No. I can't jump on top of that. God, apparently it stinks here. Weapon parts in the garbage. USA. USA. Oh, I just realized the communicator's on my back, too. My hip. I actually never noticed that. I'm paying too much attention to everything else. I guess we have to go this way. That's not cover. I'll check that signal in a bit. Something on that Mobius soldier. Oh. Looks like they're losing interest. That's the good news for me. 3 bullets, nice. I'll take those. Ammo is still gonna be kind of scarce in this one, but not as scarce as in the first game. That guy has a flaming bottle. I've learned from experience that you don't want to backstab them because they'll drop the bottle and you'll burn. That looks like a bolt. Who shot you, man?
I haven't seen one of these in a while.
Nice. The stock's kind of wonky. So yeah, it's the Warden crossbow. Functions pretty much exactly like it did in the first game. With one difference. You can use it to set wire traps, which is pretty cool. I could not have come at a worse time. So they're standing in water. And it explains the enemy alertness. It's either a half-open eye that's looking for you, the fully open eye, which means they know exactly where you are, or it's the noise indicator. That lady didn't see me. Looks Somehow it's safe for me to step into that, though. And that worked out. Someone sees me. I think it was that guy over there. Didn't seem to pay too much attention, though. Next up, we got... What is this? Replacement parts. Let's go to this signal here. See what that's all about. Also put this on my belt. Have any more bolts? One more shock bolts. I think there were more bolts I didn't pick up, actually. Hang on a sec. So while you're not in combat, you can sprint longer. But as soon as you're in combat, it drains a lot faster. So you gotta be careful. It doesn't cover the whole screen when aiming. I know, right? Amazing. Harpoon bolts. They're silent, so stealth is good. I kind of do want to kill everything we come across because I like having a lot of gel. And to be fair, we do have that hand axe and some bullets, so we're not in complete trouble. This guy definitely saw something. He's coming over. The hand axe is for. This guy over here dropped one as well. Gotta play it careful with these guys. We'll start with this guy over here. Depends on where the other guy goes. Whoops. Oh, he saw me. Didn't quite get him. They heard that, for sure. Okay. Doesn't look like they really bothered, though. He hasn't seen me, he's just curious. Now he's seen me. Ah, shit. Ah, shit. You see how much they hurt? Yeah. Dead. They're so tough in this game. That's why I'm being so careful. Not careful enough, though, clearly. Oh, stomp on the other one. Oh, it's dead. Got both in one stomp. Right. I still have an axe? Yeah, I do. Double stomp! Bomb, bomb, bomb. He saw me, didn't he? Two more bottles.
Next time I might not be so lucky.
Yep. Indeed. Indeed. Shows the radius they're affected by too. It's very handy. Hey. Hey now. Fuck. So twitchy. He's gonna come running over now. But he's very wounded. Yeah, they got that. What the? Why would he do that? I have no idea why he jumped off. Well, looks like it worked to my benefit, though. Idiots. Well, that was interesting. 2 kills, no bullets. That's the Kobe battle technique. Oh, maybe he did push the car, you're right. Didn't think of that. See, I'm gonna pretty much clear them out. You can do that. Sal wants all the brain juice. Having fun punching that corpse over there. Who hurt you, lady? Like, mentally. I know who hurt you physically. It was me. Okay, we got 1 bottle left. And we have a decent amount of handgun bullets. It takes about 4 bullets to put them down with chest shots. Ah, looks like a resonance point. Yep, it's a rogue signal. That doesn't hurt for some reason.
No communication from Mobius. We're cut off.
This is like the echoes from Division 2.
One emergency. You know the protocol. Alpha 1. Are you serious? What about the tech team? Fuck them. Let them fend for themselves. This ain't the Marines anymore. No man left behind don't mean shit in here. You got a problem with that? You kidding me? I've been waiting to be let off the chain. I'm tired of protecting techs and running like a bitch.
Good. Let's secure the weapon stashes. Load up and clean house. No matter what it looks like, monster or human, take it out with extreme prejudice.
What the hell was that? Whatever it was, it looks like they were here. But where did they go?
So apparently, yeah, everyone from Mobius is a complete shithead. You got 2 more signals.
More signals. Not sure if I want to run into these two.
That'll be fine.
Sounds like they went rogue. Then again, weapons are useful.
Indeed. Smoke powder. This dry powder emits a plume of smoke when exposed to flames. Don't mind me while I do some looting. Ugh, nothing. Lame. Yeah, with nearly full health, I took 3 hits, I think, and I died. So, they don't fuck around. Right, let's see. Let's go for those, placement parts. How do we get up? Hey. I have 5 herbs now. That means I can craft a, Medical syringe. It costs 3 herbs no matter if you're doing it here or if you're doing it at a workbench, so let's just make one. Healing is not going to be as big of a problem early game, as far as I know, compared to the first game, but as for the rest of the game, I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. It's crap. Speaking of herbs... looks sort of okay. There's a guy. 4 bottles, okay. Why did you stop, Sebastian? Alright. Stealth is so much better in this game than it was in the first one. Handgun bullets, gunpowder, bottle. And this looks like a sniper rifle, although the barrel looks a bit bent. The body of this sniper rifle is badly damaged. With the proper parts, it could be repaired, but the previous owner is no longer able to say where those might be found.
Barrel's toast, but the rest of it looks okay. Need to find some parts to fix it.
That's what I said. Don't lose your head now, Mobius. Mobius communicator log, replacement parts. A communication log found in the communicator. Keating. We're on the roof of the building next to the visitor center. I blew out the barrel of the sniper rifle. Need replacement parts stat. McCoy. He's a doctor, not a parts heaver. Those parts are in the supply shed across from Union Auto Repair. That's all the way up in the northwest corner of town. It's right on the edge of the break. Come on, man. I don't care where they are. Bring them to me before these things, with a capital T, find their way up here. Shit, man. Why do I always get the dangerous jobs? So, you think Keating made it out alive? Sniper rifle cartridges. Nice. Nothing else nearby at the moment. Oops.
The computer to get down there, right? What? You're not going with me? No time. I'm heading to the auto body shop to get some supplies. Meet me at the visitor center when you're done.
Yes, we can slide down ladders. There's a friend. The hell? Oh, it's just that flapping. Pull up on bottles. Don't be mad, okay? We're friends. You have eyeballs on like your... No, it's just pulsating. When their animation does that, where they kind of turn right and left, that actually can be used to spot you, so you gotta be careful. It does affect your line of vision. Your field of vision? Whatever. What are you running from? Where are you running to, rather? Well, let's go to the rogue signal. Philo-vision. Another one. Here it is. Hanging bullets. Okay.
You know how to use the...
This is suspiciously safe. Nice. Bullets. Actually doing quite okay for bullets for right now. Okay. There's a dead guy. This looks like it. I can't equip it. Why not? I've had this problem sometimes in this game where it won't let me bring up my communicator, and I have no idea why. Maybe there's an enemy nearby? I don't know. How strange. There we go. I can't bring it out in here. I think there might be an enemy too close outside or something. Oh, okay. Locked from the inside? I can't bring it out here either. Just messing with my signal. Press G. Oh, nothing. Okay. I don't trust you. There we go. Did her thing end up in the barrels? Oh, come on. Well. No brain juice for me, I guess. I didn't have these problems when I tried it in single player. Well, when I tried it off stream, I mean. This is multiplayer. Open up. Okay, we'll try G in there. I can't bring it out here. G doesn't work either. We'll try when we're near where we need to be. Oops. Nope, doesn't work. Strange. He's being rude to me today.
This computer's still working.
Don't worry about it, Nick. So this is how fast traveling kind of works in this.
What the?
Now we're inside the marrow, which looks a lot like a Mobius base. We'll go back to them soon. Can't get any signals in here. Open up. Well, being a Mobius base, there shouldn't be any weird creatures here, surely. Nice. Oh. Okay, it's just one. Although she does sound kind of different than the other ones. Gotcha. Whoa. Dang, she's tanky. $1,200 gel though. That puts us at just over 14 bullets. Boxes, boxes, lots of boxes. Someone's still alive over there, apparently. You can wait a second. I'm busy looting. Oh, he doesn't sound so alive anymore. Nice, lots of loot. That's what I like to see. We have a lot of weapon parts. I should do something about that next time we get a chance. Oh, yeah. No, he's dead. They're pretty strong, these guys, huh? Well, if it was Leslie, he's lost a leg and he's pretty dead. Wonder why they're so murderous. Suddenly, I wish I had a shock bolt on me. Broken fuse boxes can be powered momentarily by firing a shock bolt from the Warden crossbow into them. Oh, fear not. This is why we have field crafting. It is a little bit of a waste of gunpowder, but it will be worth it. Murderous. They're just a little rowdy. I don't know what kind of parties you go to, blah blah. But it sounds like they're killer. Oh, this was a shortcut. Oh. So basically not at all worth it then. Okay. Hey, I've done one of these in, Resident Evil. Easy. Yeah, this looks safe. Handgun bullets, good, good. Quite lackluster for an armory though, isn't it? Oh mama, it's a shotgun. Give me that thing.
Nice. I'll take it.
Damn right you'll take it. Fucking yes. It doesn't help that you missed a shotgun. I didn't though, it's right there! It's right fucking there! Yannick is bullying me. Now then. How many times are we getting shotgun in a box in case we missed it? None, I think. Oh, there's no one here. Oh, go that way, Bob. I'll go this way. Arf, arf. You hear someone, Bob? This is somewhere there, Bob. Bob? Tell me what's up, Bob. That should prevent him from seeing me stab his buddy. Hopefully. Nope, he's looking right at me. Have a shotgun, 2 die. Cool thing, you can stomp on them to easily finish them. 1 shotgun shell, 1 kill. Possibly 2 kills. Hey Poppy boy, nice to see you, man. Tanoshimi wa koko kara da. Wait. So you're happy with your body? Is that what you're saying? With this body? Having fun with this body? Is that what you're saying? My man? Are you coming on to me? This is where the fun begins. Karada is body for sure. And Koko means here. I think you got the words wrong. Anyways, it's good to see you, man. If you make a space between kara and da, then it should be okay. Koko kara, like here. This is where. This is where the fun is. Would it be? It would be in that case. Koko kara. Anyways. The thing about how you end a sentence in Japanese like da is just a different kind of exclamation. It's like yo. Like if I say koko ni iru yo, it means I'm over here, yo. Basically, it's like a more it's a way to exclaim that I'm here.
You know how to use the computer to get down there, right? What? You're not going with survivors I found earlier to go there and hide out. I need to take care of them now, while they're still scared citizens. Easier to kill them before they turn into those things, instead of after.
Also want to point out that koko in Swedish means cuckoo, like crazy. You might be koko, my man. Are you taking that body? Are you taking that body? It's mine. Probably shouldn't use all my shotgun shells right away. What normally happens is she drags that corpse out here, and this guy eats it. But I kind of messed that up. I think he's more interested in seeing me than turning around to that bottle. That's okay. Thankfully, these guys are idiots. Dangerous, but still idiots. Online has failed me again. It's like Japanese is a very difficult language, just like English is. And they're vastly different from each other. I said the same thing to Yeti earlier today. So, translating the two can be quite difficult for an AI to do. Hey, hang on. Give me that. What else do we have? Just the main one. That was a noise. Oredake no jikan desu. Oredake means only me. No jikan would be only my time. This is only my time. That's how you're exclaiming that. Oh, I've been in here. This is where that green gel is that I can't pick up. I still can't pick it up. Lame. This is only my time. Not sure what you mean by that. Oops. Boxes are nice. I'll take boxes. Cool. Oh, I know that sound. That's the sound of one of those weird women with the knives. Well, apparently one backstab isn't enough to kill. A little too close, huh? You don't have to keep shouting out to those guys. You can do it like the start and the end of the stream or something like that. I'm glad you do it, but it's a little too much. There's a reason they're not on timers. And it's also a reason why they're displayed on the stream title. I have a shotgun this time, though. I just want to go on a date with you. Yeah, I think it is, actually. Whoa, she almost got me. Like I said, if I wanted it to repeat once every hour, I would do that through a timer. You don't have to do that. It's fine. Hey, an ammo pouch. Now we can have 26 bullets. I don't think we'll ever have 26 bullets, but good to know. 2 shotgun shells left. This house looks good. It's actually relatively clean in here compared to some of the other places. This lady didn't make it. Right next to the Right next to the first aid, too. That sucks. Anything else to loot? Okay, anything else to loot in here? Oh. Looks pretty empty. It's a journal there.
What's happening?
Woman's journal. The final entry of this diary, penned in an unsteady hand. There's something in this house with me. I can't see it, but I sense its presence. I don't think I want to see it. I can hear those horrible things outside. They're everywhere. I'm afraid to go out there. I'm afraid to stay in here, too. I'm shivering, but it's not from fear. Why did it get so cold all of a sudden?
It's freezing.
Okay, this is different. This is not usually how STEM handles things. System we're in. Holy shit. Let's get out of here.
What the? What the fuck is happening? It's coming for me. I gotta get out of here.
Let's follow it. See all those bottles strewn across the floor? Don't touch.
There's gotta be some way to get out of here.
Nothing.
This might get me out of here.
The security card will open the locked door at the Seal Hospital ward. It seems familiar somehow. I'm back.
Did I just imagine that? No. That was... What was that thing? Was that real or all in my mind?
So yeah, the first time you run into that, that's quite the thing. Just completely out of nowhere and fucking terrifying the first time you witness it. Which is why I didn't really want to say much. That is not really how this place usually works. These long stainless steel nails are the kind typically used in construction. They make great shrapnel. Any thoughts on the terrifying ghost? Anyone? That was an oh hi moment. More or less, yeah. Oh well, at least that's dealt with. Let's swing over here real quick. She sings quite well, or hums. She does the Rosie singing of la 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 la. You know what I mean? The hell? This thing just moved. Ah, shit. Oh, he's standing up now. Well, my first thought was, we stopped Ruvik in 1, so is this his sister? No. She, was just a figment of his imagination, because she died when she saved him from that fire when they were children. It is someone, though, and whatever it is, it's acting abnormal for the place we're in. It's just a friend we made along the way. Yeah, exactly. You're getting it. Now, we have a lot of weapon parts. Oops. Shotgun shells. Interesting. I see some sleeper enemies here. But I wanted the herb. You understand, don't you? Thanks, bye. Lots of sleeper enemies, in fact. Can I climb over this? Looks like it. Looks safe. For time being, anyway. All these fuses are gonna make lots of shock bolts. Hello, creepy music. Oh yeah, workbench. Good news for me. 50% stronger for 60 parts? Yeah, fuck yeah, give me that thing. I'll wait on that, though. Okay, that's also good. And definitely range. It's also very cheap. Get some extra handgun damage in there. We'll need that. Go for capacity. There we go. Nice and subtle. Nothing in the car. Can't bring out my communicator again. Must be these corpses. Oh, hey! Yoink. These old-fashioned keys can be used to open lockers in Nurse Tatiana's treatment area. Oh, fuck yeah, I say. Nice. Suppose it's over that way.
What's that?
Oh, fuck me. She's back. She's coming towards me, isn't she? Wonder where she is. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's just gunning right for me. Here we go. Does she know where I am? Whoa. The way she moves is creepy as hell. Let's try and get away from her. Maybe that'll work. Ah, there we go. Just had to get far away enough, I guess. Well, that's gonna be something to look forward to happen every now and again. Probably at the most inopportune times. Does this still work from the first game? Yeah, it does. Nice. Could be a good way to deal with some enemies. The flask stun and then stealth kill maneuver. Although I wasn't expecting a slash across the throat like that. Apparently Sebastian's a fucking serial killer. Is that a gun?
I need this worse than you do, pal.
Gimme. Gimme. Gimme gun. Nice. Give it up, pal. I got a flask. Ow. That was rude. You can still attack when they're stunned. Got it. Laser sight handgun. This semi-automatic pistol has been equipped with a laser sight for improved accuracy at longer ranges. Cool, cool. So how that works is we still have the same pistol, but we can change its type now. Going between the laser-sighted and the semi-automatic. And you bet your ass we're going to use the laser-sighted one. This really is better for longer range engagements because you even get a little zoom in. Now we're playing Resident Evil 5. Or 4, I guess. Okay, so how do we get in here? Lots of enemies out there. Should probably kill them. Because I want that green liquid. Actually, I think there's a door here, isn't there? Where? I guess not. Just climb the fence. That's what I did. I did it. I did it, Poppy Boy. I followed your instructions. Confirm it works. Right in your stupid face. Damn, that is the best way to get some easy kills. Bottles are plentiful. Your guy ain't got stick arms. That's too much kanji for me to read. And katakana, actually. Why a mix between kanji and katakana? Itte osokatta na. Osokatta means you were too late. I went too late? Oh, that guy doesn't care. Ugh. Oh, maybe because he's fat. I'll eat this. I play Resident Evil 5. So yeah, the laser sight pistol seems to be very accurate, which is very good. Yeah, I killed him. That's right. Ah, here's how you get in. Nice shot, partner. Sheva. There's a resonance point. I need an egg. I remember that. That's so funny. Or like when you throw a rotten egg at your partner or eat a rotten egg, you're like, oh, I'm dying. Makes no sense.
Get supplies if every cache. Shit.
Chris.
How am I supposed to get supplies if every cache is overrun with those things? I should do it. You're not getting out of there, shit heels. James, it's Ryan. Come in. I locked a bunch of those things.
You know what really gets me with James and Ryan? James actually had a real-life best friend, or has, named Ryan. So, that's interesting.
There's a supply cache under here.
Someone I know.
I gotta get down there.
I didn't know they were in this game, though.
A new signal.
James, where the fuck are you? Get your ass to the visitor center. You're never gonna believe.
I'm gonna believe.
Visitor center it is.
We'll finish up this side mission and then we'll call it for tonight because it's getting late and I'm pretty sleepy. Ah, we got one of these puzzles, huh? That's 5. 4. 2. And there's 10 lamps. Which one was 4? There we go. Door's unlocked. And my prize is one of you guys. Great. No bolts either. This could get ugly. I don't think the flask stun works on her. We can try though. Can't hear the electrical sounds coming from my crossbow. Or the light. That's cheating, see? Ooh. She almost noticed me. Fire trap. There we go. Worth it. I have a lot of green gel. Okay, that wasn't what we really unlocked though. But we enabled the power to use these switches. Anything inside the car? Don't look like it. Commander Useless, have you ever tried Nopper's bar? And I mean the bar, not the wafer. I have no idea what a Nopper's is. I don't think I've ever seen it. Is it a Swedish thing, or...? Oh, here we go.
I don't understand. Whoa. Ted, where are you? I've been looking for you all over the place. Shit, John. What are you doing down here? You weren't supposed to see this. I don't understand. Whoa. Don't point that thing at me. We're best friends, man. Come on. I know. And that makes what I have to do even harder. Stop joking around, man. Sorry, John. But I have to do this. Mobius doesn't allow for mistakes. Mobius? What on earth is Mobius?
Well, looks like Mobius sleeper agents were kind of assholes. So not at all like the Division agents, huh? No, I never heard of a Nopper's bar. Sorry. Sounds like there's a lot of them in there. And me with 4 bullets and 2 shotgun shells. You guys like kindly move on and go somewhere else? I'm gonna guess that's a no. I saw a hiccup there on my stream on OBS. Yeah, there's numbers in this thing. Oh, sounds like they got distracted by someone.
What's this? Some kind of cipher?
Whoa. I got a bottle, bitch. Shit, it didn't work. My bottle technique. I guess I gotta hit them in the head. Maybe with a store company. Yeah, I have no idea. B34, huh? I have B34. So 58. Could this be it? I can't read that. B34, 9676. What do you know? High-grade weapon parts. Ooh. These components are higher quality than the standard weapon parts. Sorry. They can be used to unlock a weapon's upgrade potential. By the way, and I know it's kind of rude of me to ask you this on the stream, if you're still here, Dalwan. Do you have time to talk a bit on Discord after the stream for just a few minutes? Let's see here. Report number 00592. Disposal request. From Mobius operative number 073. Union designation, Ted. Ted Sisson. I think that's the guy who's dead back there. Unless this was the guy who killed him. I guess this was the guy who killed him, since he's the Mobius operative. Reply incident report. At approximately 14:30, that's 2:30 p.m. for you Americans, citizen number 002-53, Union designation, Jonathan Stevens, entered an unauthorized Mobius area, witnessed sensitive materials. Capture and reprogramming was, unfortunately, not an option. Was forced to institute Zeta 5 emergency measures, requesting disposal unit at Union on repair. Yeah. What's this? Looks like an explosive bolt. Yes, it is. The warhead in this crossbow bolt will violently explode when activated, releasing damaging shrapnel into the surrounding area. You don't want to be near when it goes off. You can make them using nails and gunpowder. Wafers are good, but their bar is great. I don't know, man. Like, I really like some, like, nuttier candy bars. Not as in crazy ones, just, you know, with nuts in them. Oops. I'm sure it's safe. Guess I won't be going out the same way I came in, huh? Funny how that works. That explosive ball looks like a semi-axle from a car. Could be. Oh, there's the exit. There's a trap there. Can I not disable these in this game? Shit. That means I might have to step into it, so let's do that. Oh. Thanks. A trap that triggers a trap. What deception is this? Fuck. What the? Oh, she heard a bottle. That's hilarious. Oh, hello. Have an axe? I missed. Said have an axe. So much for my cool trap plan. Michael Jackson no skina iro wa nan desu ka? Man, that Japanese does not add up. Michael Jackson's like iro wa nan desu ka? What is Michael Jackson? What does Michael Jackson like? Something. Yeah, that Japanese doesn't seem right. Doesn't look like a proper sentence. You getting these from Google Translate? Also no question mark in your question, friend. Also missing an I from Nani. It sounds like Nan desu ka, but there's an I in there. It's just silent. Well, I know how these things work. Harper's is slightly kind of maybe like Snickers, but softer and without the caramel parts. That sounds kind of nice. There's no word for color in there. Neither is there blue. Blue would be Aoi. I'm here. Come fight me. I said I'm here, you shit. Come fight me. Run button. What the hell? Even playing the music like he's supposed to chase me, he just doesn't want to. I want to trigger my own trap. Oh, now he comes out. Fuck's sake. That's actually a good way to save some bullets. That was annoying. Granted, I used 2 or 3 bullets to get his attention, which didn't actually work. Guy's waiting for his script to trigger. It's Valkyria Chronicles all over again. Speaking of which, we'll be playing Valkyria Chronicles 4 after Gods Will Fall is done, I believe. We'll do Gods Will Fall tomorrow. I can probably finish it in a 4-hour session or so. Hey, I tested that game. Oh, did you? When you were a game tester? How did you like it? I think it's really good. Oops. Let go, man. Oh, really? Interesting. Have a soda? Nice. Add more? Nice. One more? Too many bugs, too much testing. Wow, okay. It's actually really polished now, so you guys did good. Sounds like gunshots, eh? Oh no, they're just banging on something. Oh, they're banging on the truck. I see. Oh, no loot. Lame. Yeah, they want to come out and play. I could let them out. Man, your mind is always in the gutter, Ian, like always, without fail. Oh well, at least you're consistent. Whatever, leave him in there for now. There might be something cool inside the truck. I don't feel confident with no handgun bullets. And, like, what, 2 shotgun shells? Well, I got more. You know what? You know what? Yeah, I'm feeling a bit dangerous. That door was closed a moment ago, was it not? Oh, whatever. Can I jump over this? No. Okay, I have an idea. It's a bad idea. Jesus, that was fast. Woo. Okay, nope. Yeah, this is bad. Woo! No! That's not what I meant to do. I'm dead. Why are enemies so dangerous in this? You think it's so easy because you kill them in large numbers, but you get a couple of them on you and you're fucking knee deep in shit. But yeah, Dowlon, I asked earlier, but maybe you were lurking. You got some time to talk on Discord after the stream? It's gonna be in a few minutes here. Just for a few minutes. I want to talk about something. I'm gonna make it real mysterious like. Oh, you're off today. Excellent. Good. It's been a while since we chatted after all. I feel like there's a better way to do this. I'm not sure what that is. Still no loot. Maybe the best way is just to not open it. But I want to open it. Love to see them freak out. Oh, what the hell? Yeah, you think so? You too, buddy. Whoa! Whoa! Got me. Oh, no, you don't. Fuck. Let's get that minor bit of health back. Pass up the tasty brain juice? No, no way, man. I want all that brain juice. Look at it. It's so delicious. 500 from that guy. Excellent. I got 2 of them, I think, with that initial axe swing, so that's not bad. Alright, what are you guys hiding in here? 4 shotgun shells and a first aid kit. It's actually nice. Heals a lot more than a syringe, so I guess net gain. Nice. Oops. Alright, let's hit up a save spot. Well, fine, I'll grab the shotgun shells first. Then we'll hit up a save spot. Got lots of parts again, too. So what do you guys think about The Evil Within 2? I quite like it. I think it's way better than the first game. And I did kind of like the first game, but it has a lot of low parts. Shotgun shells, shotgun shells. Two shotgun shells. Oh shit. No. Guy, sit down, okay. Two of them? Looks like it. That guy I don't want to backstab because of his flaming weapon. Whoa. Or that's bad. Well, you know what? Maybe we can make him drop that shit. Yeah. Good luck. Good job, asshole. Hey. Looks like they lose you quite easily too. I'll have to remember that. I thought it was like most games, once they see you, that's it, but apparently you can lose them. That went really well. I didn't use a single shot. I'm learning. Seems pretty fun, honestly. I like it. Let's head for the save room. Well, I did promise to finish the side mission, didn't I? Alright, fine. I'm just a little sleepy, but I'll bear with it for a little while longer. Gunpowder's always nice. More enemies. Looks like maybe up above would be a good idea. Oops. Can I get up there? Ah, ladder. Well, I just gotta explore in here. I'm sorry, I get distracted very easily. To be fair, that's the sign of a decent game. Ionic is defensively better. Now that I'm watching this instead of playing, I'm realizing how long the open world part takes. Only if you want to get everything. Like, if you literally want everything. Aw, we're holding hands. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry, buddy. I won't leave you. I won't let you go. Man, this guy is really torn. Don't turn around. I like the open world aspect. Exploring the horror town is a nice touch. I agree. And there's more to explore later, I believe. Why investigate? Just open it. Enjoy your meal. Oh. That's useful. I'm gonna ignore that for now, though.
That did the trick.
Someone sees me? From where? Ah. I hear another survivor. Floating bullets, always nice. I remembered something just now. This truck here. I actually want to get to the back of it, because when I did that test playthrough, I played about this far into this chapter. And if I remember right, you can open this one. And there's a thing in it that I have no idea what it is. Grab this, and this thing. Mysterious machine. You feel like you've seen this before, but you can't quite put a finger on where, or when or where that was. But at any rate, it looks pretty cool, so you decide to keep it in your room. No idea. It might be a reference to another game, but I could not imagine what it is. My first thought was Generation Zero, but that game has nothing to do with this one. Nor do the developers. Damn, this place is kind of crawling.
Shit.
Oh, okay. Oofed. I'm sorry. Shit. What the? I'll take it. God damn, they hurt though. This is Bethesda. Maybe Prey. Oh yeah, it could be Prey. I haven't played the new Prey game. Only the really old one. Is the new one any good? I remember the first one being terrifying. It's a Panzerhound from Wolfenstein. Oh. Well, that's way less interesting than I thought it would be. Well, thank you for confirming. Okay. Man, 16,000. Doing good. Taking me a while to get back to that community center or whatever. Visitor center. But, whatever. Let's pop one of these. I got plenty. Yeah, this seems safe. Can't see shit. There's some collectibles like Bobblehead from Fallout. Oh, really? I suppose that's a Bethesda game too, yeah. Technically a Bethesda game. Alright, finally at the visitor center. And they got herbs all over the place. I like that that opened on its own over there. Welcome to Union Pamphlet. Union is an ideal mix of a small-town charm and modern-day convenience, surrounded by diverse natural wonders. Come and step back into a simpler time, where the warm, friendly smiles of the residents are comfortable and familiar. Get away from the hustle and bustle and come to a place that welcomes you with open arms. Union, we're glad you're here. I'm pretty sure the people who live here aren't so glad. Okay. Union, I'm not glad I'm here. Hey. Why you close on me like that? Huh? Hey, that butterfly. That's the same one that Lily draws. Well. One handgun bullet. I guess we'll rely on the shotgun. Hello? Another one of these murders by this guy.
I recognize this work. It's him again.
Yeah. Who is it this time? And this guy has some sick fucking pleasures, I guess. There's a communicator there. When your dead daughter gives you a sign, you must ignore it completely for loot. Yeah, of course. Just like real life. Normally these guys don't move.
What's interesting about safe? Why would I want to leave here? This place is a work in progress, but soon it will be perfect. All it requires is my inspiration and your blood. What the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Don't move. Oh shit! Oh shit! Help! Somebody help me! I said don't move. Now, let's make some art.
Whoa. Yeah, he's fucked.
Tough luck, Ryan.
Oh.
This is supposed to be art, more like an execution.
There goes one more of the members I'm looking for. No, actually, that was Ryan.
Huh. Another communicator. Must be.
He's an
Ryan's.
artist, that's for sure.
Huh. Mobius team members. They might have something useful on them.
Turner's communicator log, the most recent log file recorded by the communicator. I rigged my communicator to pick up Unity chip signals. I managed to find locations for the rest of the security team. What's left of them, anyway. They'll have supplies, and it's not like they need them anymore. All of these chips are broadcasting from dead brains. Great. Most of the bodies have their heads missing. I think that's what they're eating. That Samsung S69 looks sick. I think you mean to say it looks nice.
A camera rigged to take a picture of the victim.
Well. There's no one out there. Good.
Damn it. Where did he go?
That's what cameras do, pal. Well, he doesn't know. He's just a detective. He detects. He doesn't take pictures. He doesn't do Polaroids. Oh, I see you back there. You and your glowy eyes. Yeah, fuck you, pal. Anyone else? Casually sitting around?
This is obscene.
No, it's a scene. This guy doesn't get it. Aha! Ah, you think you're so fucking clever sitting there, huh? Well, you get the fucking... Oh. You get the shotgun treatment. That's what I meant to say. Yeah. Anyone else? No? Mind if I take your green juice? that it? Yeah, I guess that's it. Now what the fuck is this thing?
What the hell is this supposed to be? It's sick.
Isn't that the thing that was on the head of the thing that chased me out from the prologue? Oh. I'm sure I wasn't supposed to be attacked there, but I killed the attackers. Whoops. My bad. Would you stop blocking the ways out with furniture, please? Let's get out of here.
That was weird. Even for this place. O'Neill's safe house is right there. Might as well give him the bad news about his entourage face to face.
Your friends are dead, mate. Oops. Sorry, trigger happy. This gun was rigged to shoot at a person. Oh my god. This pencil, it looks like someone created it just so they can write. What kind of sick bastard would do such a thing?
Did you find them?
They're dead. But after what I saw, you're better off without them around. They were planning on killing everybody in here.
An Alpha 1 emergency, huh? Can't say it's the worst idea I've heard.
What?
You're a real piece of work, O'Neill. You know that?
I'm just being a realist. You can't save everybody.
So kill them all.
Impossible. Mobius made emergency plans for a reason.
If they never made this twisted machine, they wouldn't need emergency plans in the first
True
place.
that.
Maybe so. But look at what they've done. It's pretty incredible.
Still a company man after all this, huh? Hope your loyalty pays off for you in the end. Because right now, it seems like they
I can't help but see a giant, like,
What do you
sweat pool over
sent
his,
you in
like,
here, didn't they?
right,
Sorry, I
or his
didn't
left
mean to make you
shoulder.
angry. Here,
Sorry, his left
I made
armpit.
some
It just looks like
orchids
it's
for you.
super stinky.
for your troubles.
I mean, look at it. That's definitely sweat or something. Gross. Someone places milk in the fridge to be drank. What? Fucking fiends. How dare they? Anyways, let's do some leveling up. Use some weapon parts, and let's call it for today. Well, tonight. Maybe I should change my schedule to be 3 hours, since I generally do that more anyway. Oh hey, we also got another Polaroid thing to look at. Kitty cat, get out of the way. I love you, but get out of the way. Okay. Looks like I'm missing one. Ah, this is from the intro.
You still up, Kidman?
No rest for the wicked. What's going on?
I can't believe Lily is still alive. The fire.
Lily wasn't killed in the fire. You know this now.
Tell that to my brain. Tell that to the nightmares I've been having for years. Why did they take her? Out of all the little girls in the world, why mine?
I can't answer that, Sebastian. Mobius took Lily long before I joined them. I know you don't believe in coincidences, but maybe you see a pattern because you want to. You know that some crimes just happen. There's no real reason for it. Just a wrong person at the wrong place at the wrong time.
No. I refuse to
No,
believe that.
you're wrong.
Regardless, the fire is a memory that you need to purge, Sebastian. It wasn't your fault.
Yeah,
when
just
it
forget
happened,
about it.
and you didn't lose Lily because of it. Try to remember that.
Just forget about it. Aw, kitty. You shouldn't have. Good kitty.
Thanks, Kitty.
Oh, it's so nice to me. Aw. Oh, 400 weapon parts. Jesus. You only lost your lame wife. Just move on. Jeez. That's harsh. Yeah, Myra's dead, but your fucking daughter's fine. Fucking deal with it. God. It's been like 3 years. Get over it. Hello?
You brought something with you. A key? Excellent.
Hey, can I use that key?
Some keys open doors of perception, but this isn't one of them. This one is more mundane, but still useful.
Okay.
Go on. Open one. Its contents are better off in your hands than locked away in here.
I think I want this one over here. No, well, yeah, we'll go with a quarter. Nobody does that. 10 gunpowder. Well, that's useful, I guess. How you doing?
How am I ever going to get these nails right?
Yeah, whatever. Alright, so one thing I've noticed for sure is that I need more health, because good lord, I die fast. I die super fast. There, 50% more life should help me survive a little bit longer. Next up, I want stealth, 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 stealth. All the stealth. And I want ambush, because this lets me perform sneak kills around a corner while in cover. This is super nice. So I don't always have to run up behind them. I can wait for them to come around the corner and just stab them that way. Like this. Very useful. We're also gonna go with Prowler. And I can't get that one yet, but I will get that one later so I can actually sneak faster. Guess that's also very useful. Cool. Now let's do some weapon upgrades. I like when she injects medicine into my brain. Makes me feel good. Oops. Let's go with extra pistol damage. And oh yeah, we got a high-grade weapon part. Oh wow, that's really good. Like, that's really good. What else can we get? I like how you need 2 high-grade weapon parts so you can reload 0.3 seconds faster. Nice. Yeah, no, I'm good. What about the shotgun? Only gets 10% stronger. The fire rate is pretty abysmal. And the crossbow. That's nice. Nice and... Excuse me. Nice and cheap, too. Well, I want to upgrade my pistol a bunch. I'm just that kind of a jerk. Nice. I feel like that's going to be really useful. Actually, while we're here, let's make some bullets. It's 2 per, and I have 83. This is like a full set of bullets. Always use at least one of these. Alright, pretty jacked up for when we continue. But for now, we'll call that good. It's just 3 hours, not bad. Oh, well. You know what? It's been good. I quite enjoyed this stream tonight. Whew. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Well, like I said, tomorrow we'll do more Gods Will Fall. And once that game is done, we'll replace it with Valkyria Chronicles 4. And I know some of you are looking forward to it, and I know at least one person who is not. Poor Neo. I'll have to play a game he likes next. Ah, you're welcome, PKCG. Thank you so much for joining. And everyone else watching, including you just lurking, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Anything else to say? Not much, really. GG's, Dowlon, GG. Yeah. So, you know the drill by now. Be good to each other. Take care. And I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Bye.